Think about the example of Christ and the church. The Bible says the church is Jesus' bride. Hey guys, have you seen this? We are the bride of Christ. We have spent our whole lives being unfaithful to our husband. He ain't never walked away from the covenant with us yet. And I'm just telling you, God knows what it's like to have a spouse that's faithless to you. And I'm just telling you, if Jesus is alive and the tomb is empty, then anything is possible. And if he can resurrect a dead body, I have watched him resurrect dead marriages and he can do it. So I'm asking you to pause and consider, man, might God do that? All right, situation number 2. The Bible makes an exception in the case of abandonment. So I'm getting ready to read a very weird verse from 1 Corinthians 7. What happened in Corinth is it was a super jacked up church. Christians gone wild, they were going nuts. And then God starts radically saving all these people in Corinth, and now they're on Team Jesus, but then sometimes their spouse didn't get saved. So then because the spouse didn't get saved, you got one person on Team Jesus, one person still on Team Satan, and they start going, Paul, what are we supposed to do? Further complicating it, they had some people who were the unbelieving spouse that were abandoning the believing spouse, and they were going like, so what do we do? Are we still married? What are we supposed to do? Now watch what he says. This is how Paul answers. To the rest I say this, if any brother has a wife that's not a believer and she's willing to live with him, he must not divorce her. And if a woman has a husband who is not a believer and he is willing to live with her, she must not divorce him. So if you're the believing spouse and they're the unbelieving spouse, listen, you are not allowed to initiate the divorce because of the incongruence in your value. You're not allowed. Now, you may go, well, man, why? It's hard. I'm gonna show you here in a second. But if the unbeliever leaves, let it be so. The brother or sister is not bound in such circumstances. God has called you to live in peace. How do you know, wife, whether you will save your husband, or how do you know, husband, whether you will save your wife? So what he's saying is, if your unbelieving spouse will stay with you, stay in. Because you might be the supernatural conduit through which God brings redemptive energy in their life to save them and redeem your whole family. Now, in the case where the person just abandons you and they're like, I hate the Christian stuff, I'm out, I'm leaving, he's saying it is permissible for you to allow them to move forward with that divorce. And God says it's okay. It's okay to let that happen. That's situation 2.